Hey everybody, it's Matt Brown, and with this one we're going to look at This Is Nothing Else Matters. We're working through just about all of these solos from the Black Album. So with this one we'll look at the rhythm like we usually do, as if you've watched these some of the other lessons. So here we go with the rhythm part. I'll just play through it, and then I'll explain and break it down. So this is in 6/8. I'll count it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so we have this phrase that repeats a couple of times and then it changes for the last time. So to break this down, we've got an E5 power chord, just 2 strings, and then on beat 3, we're sliding up from this B note here to prepare us for the next E5 chord that we're going to play up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then next measure is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. So we've got D5 to C5, and then we have just 2 palm muted notes, and then the measure repeats again. So let's go over the last time. So last time is a little bit different. We've got this. So for that C5, we're just going to hold it for a dotted quarter note. So for 3 beats, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the rhythm there. So if you look at all these chords, we've basically just got the E natural minor tonality. There's a B5 chord, which you could, if you wanted to, choose to imply harmonic minor. But, you know, this song, most of the melodies are all natural minor type stuff, so it would probably sound strange to do that in the solo. So all of this, almost all of this solo is natural minor. There's some other things that we'll talk about too, but mainly just that scale. So here we go. Let's look at the solo. Just look at the first little chunk of this. So it starts with this bend, this double stop type thing. Same thing that we've seen in a lot of other solos already. And then what he does is, while still holding the D note, he bends this A note up and back down. And then everything gets released and he resolves into this G note. Okay, now let's look at the next chunk. So here we've got some, natural minor notes with the F sharp note. Now, this solo is just a really great example of how to create a solo that just really sings and is really melodic. And that's just accomplished by he's highlighting the important resolutions in the chord progression. So if we look at the first 2 chords, I mean they're E5 and D5, but in this tonality they're going to imply E minor and D. So he's highlighting that resolution between those chords. So that's, what I think is really effective about this is it's a real simple solo, but the melodies he plays are just, it's perfect for what the song needs. Alright, so let's look at the next idea here. So with this one, we've got some pentatonic cliche stuff. If we've heard Chuck Berry, we've heard that. Then then here we've got some minor blues scale stuff. So he's playing off the flat 5 there some. Then this part. So that's a whole step bend with the first finger. Then we've got this. So this double stop here comes down a half step. And then it resolves to this G note. So like this. Alright, let's look at the next part. This is the long phrase that closes out the solo. And it goes like this. And he slides in. So that ends the solo. So let's start with this last lick now. And we have this. So you could say argue that's just a phrase. So maybe it'll be better if we just look at that chunk. So we're sliding in here. So over the E minor chord, or the E5, we're playing off the 3rd and the 9th and 5th. Then sliding up there for the next chord. So then this part we have that. That's what it is slow. Then this. Alright, now let's look at that final chunk. So this is just minor pentatonic stuff. It just kind of ends this with a lick that just kind of punches you in the gut. Real simple. So it's got the double stop thing again, but a bend and a release, pull off, and then we've got this pentatonic cliche again that we're going to see in, geez, millions of solos. Alright, so then this. That was a little out of tune. There we go, perfectly in tune. And he doesn't do a vibrato at the end of the solo. So with the end of the solo, the challenge, of course, is how do we get that note to sustain like he does in the recording, so it just really sings out and hangs out there without just letting it die, like I did in the performance demo. So there's two different ways that you can do this. You can do it with pedals and your tone and stuff like that. Like one way would be to add more gain to your tone and more reverb and delay, but that's going to affect the entire solo if you do that. So I chose to not do that. What I would do personally if I really wanted to imitate this is live use some sort of like compressor sustainer and just kick that on for that last bend, so it really just sings out there and it's really compressed, so it sustains. Now if I were recording this, you can imitate this type of thing, in Pro Tools if you want. There's various ways that you can do it, but the way that I just mentioned with those effects, some sort of compressor sustainer type, plug-in type deal, I'm sure you can find in Pro Tools. So that's how you want to get that done. So yeah, I'll go back through the solo, play it clean now, and then you'll get the full demo with the dirty tune again at the end. So here we go. It's going to be a little bit slower than the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. do it for this one. Stick around for more lessons. I'm Matt Brown. Enjoy.